all cleaned up. Now we're gonna stab it in there. Wish me luck. All right, welcome back to the channel. So today we are swapping the distributor on my truck. It is a 95 GMC 1500 with 5.7 or 350. So really easy swap. I'm actually gonna do it without having to set the motor at top dead center or anything like that. All I'm gonna have to do at the end is verify timing. I got a trick. It worked last time I did it. Let's hope it works this time. So let's get to it. All right, here's my new junkyard distributor. Actually looks like it's in really good shape. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we are going to remove the air cleaner and turn the light on. And next thing we're going to do is put a rag over the throttle body. Not quite the rag I was looking for, but it'll do. And it'll work just dandy. That, keep crap out of there. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a Sharpie and we're going to number the wires. 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2. So, wires are numbered. Let's go ahead and pull them off, get them out of the way. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna unplug the power wires. All right, now I got all the wires off, numbered, pulled off everything. Next thing we're gonna do is there's a bolt back here, right back on the back side of this. We're going to loosen up, slide the collar back, and then we're gonna pull the distributor out. And this bolt is always a bugger because I do not have, there's a special tool for doing this. I don't have it. Now the bolt's loose, distributor's loose. Now's the part where you gotta be extremely careful pulling it out. That you don't turn it or wiggle it or anything like that. So we're just gonna grab onto it very carefully and we get straight up. And we're gonna be very careful. And pull it out. Just like that. Now we're gonna go take it over to the bench. All right, I'm gonna show you my trick. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the caps off of these things. That cap is off. So the trick is, what you do is you set them down to where they're oriented exactly the same. I set it on the table. So this one is sitting on the piece here. So sitting on here and here. This one is going to set exactly the same. Okay, you see where this one is? This one I do not want to move this distributor. Don't want to turn it at all. But this one here, I want to turn so it's oriented exactly the same as that one. So this one you got the pickup here and you got the back side here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lay it down exactly like that, and then we're going to turn it, see there and there, and then we're going to look at the ends down here. There's a little blade, I'll show you just a second. There's a blade right down here. We're going to make sure those are turned exactly the same so that when we go to drop it in there, we can drop it in. So I've got to get that gasket off of that one. I got to get this surface here cleaned up a little bit. So I'm gonna put that gasket on here without turning that distributor. So let's get that done. There's my gasket. Alright, we are going to put a very small smear of gasket maker, or RTV sealant, or what is it called? Gasket maker, whatever, on this gasket because I don't want oil leaks. Nice and thin. Almost don't even know it's there. It's just thick enough to help seal it and fill any of the imperfections in the gasket. You also don't want to put so much on there that it gobs out and falls down in your oil pan and gets sucked up into the pickup tube and causes problems within the engine. So let's just slip this back on here, like so. I estimate that to look about like there. That should be good. I'll show you here. All right. So if you see right here, there's a pin right there. Pin right there. That goes into your oil pump and spins your distributor. No, your distributor spins your oil pump. Sorry, other way around. Anyway. So notice that one there and that one there. Well, you really can't see it. That one there is exactly the same angle. And you look up here at the top. My bench is a mess, I know. And this one here and this one here are at exactly the same angle. I should be able to just take this and drop it in there. And it should just mesh right with the gears, right down onto the oil pump. No problem. If it doesn't, then yeah, I got to go through the whole hassle of finding top dead center, pulling the plug, turn, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I can do it that way. I like doing it this way because it's a simple swap. And last time I did it, it worked perfect. This time, I hope it does. So let's go drop it in and see if it works. Okay, before I drop this in, I want to show you back here. So right there's the hole that it goes into. This right here is the bolt I was loosening up, and that collar right there slides forward and clamps the distributor down. And I gotta get that dirt cleaned up before I drop it in there. All right, got it all cleaned up. Now we're gonna stab it in there. Wish me luck. And we're in. It fell right into place, meshed with the gear, right into the oil pump. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna tighten our bolts back up, put it all back together, and fire the truck up, and then do timing. All right, so spark plugs are all hooked, or wires are all hooked back up. Timing light's hooked up. We're all ready to time it. On this specific truck, there's a wire underneath here, underneath your jockey box, right here, that you've got to disconnect. Okay. So that wire right there has to be disconnected in order to time it. As per the instructions, right there. So we are timing it to 0 degrees. So we're gonna start the truck up and get you set on the tripod over here. Open the door, we're gonna fire the truck up. See how far off my timing is. So the work I'm gonna be doing is down there in that darkness. All right, see if the truck starts. Truck fired right up. We're about 4 degrees before. We're looking for 0. Turn that a little bit. Check it in. We're at 0, right on. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten up all the bolts. Put the air cleaner back on and we're done. Not sure if you could hear me while the engine was running, but we were about 4 degrees initially. And so we turned it, set it to 0. And we're there. So that was a real easy swap of distributor. So we're gonna plug the wire back in, tighten the bolts back up, put everything back together, and we're done. So it's how to swap a distributor. First time setup. If you just rebuilt an engine, that's not gonna work that way. You gotta set it top dead center. But if you're just swapping one out because there's an issue with it, that's a slick way to go. It saved me a lot of time, instead of trying to find top center and everything like that. It's just easy out, easy in. So thanks for watching.